I am back with a haunted top 10. This is actually a haunted top 7, I guess. I haven't really been doing too many videos this year. I'll try to do more next year, because I think the remaining year, I don't think I'm going to post too much more either. Maybe so, I don't know. Anyway, so today I will be ranking the Saw franchise by a film. This year marks its 10th anniversary as a series. The first one came out 10 years ago, and it will be re-released into theaters this Halloween. So I said, well, why not rank these movies? And I recently rewatched the entire series. I spent the last, I guess, like 5 days doing it. So let's start this. Let's start with number 7, Part 4. The reason I would say that this is the worst in the series, I think there's just a little too much going on. It's kind of like the changing of I guess you could say villains from actual Kramer Jigsaw to now Hoffman Jigsaw, and it seems like the writing was a little bit confusing at times. There was just this too much backstory at one time, but it's still a really enjoyable film with some great traps. Yeah, I think there's just too much of kind of like the whole passing of the torch going on here, and I think it's mostly a filler movie, because this series is a series that plays like one long giant movie. There's only been 4 directors total. That's pretty good for like a 7-movie series. Rarely happens, and the films all kind of look the same. Each of the directors bring their own style to it, but still has the same, like look to it pretty much. So that's why some of the films do kind of collide together, and you're a little bit confused on which film this one happened in, unless you're like a really huge fan, and then you can instantly, oh, that's from Saw 5 when it wasn't from Saw 6 or whatever. Anyway, let's go back. So, and at number 6, I'm putting the 6th film, part 6. This film has some cool traps in it. But it's a little bit like, I've seen it before. It's kind of like, I've seen it before. It's not the most best Saw film, but again, also enjoyable if you like these films. And at number 5 is Part 7, Saw 3D, or now known as Saw, the Final Chapter. This is actually a pretty good final film. I think this movie has like a bunch of really good gore scenes in it, and I think it really makes you cringe. Well, the entire series does, but this movie kind of does it in a different way, and it kind of brings something a little bit new to it. I like the opening kind of public scene where like Jigsaw has this trap that the entire public is actually watching, even though that is really one of the most unrealistic things in the entire series, because how does he set this up with no one noticing? There's people walking by. Obviously, it just didn't take him like 30 minutes to set up. It took him maybe half a day, realistically, to set this all up. Anyway, it's it's a really cool scene, and I think that sets up this film. And I think this is when, like, though there are part of the film does seem a little forced. Like, they didn't really have to make this film. And Tobin Bell's in this film very little. Really just like one scene, but it's really tough to carry on his character when he died in the third film. It's been 4 films now, and you gotta have these, you know, backstories just to show him. It's like he was, you know, but it was really cool. It's a pretty good story. It was a really impressive way to end the series, or so far. Maybe a new one coming out, and rumors. Anyway, and at number 4, I'm going with the original Saw. A lot of people rank, you know, the original films within the top 2. For me, Saw the first one has a good story, a great first time watch twist. But I do find the film a little slow. I think it's the slowest in the entire series, but because of the acting and the storytelling, it is a good film. And at number 3, bringing some Spanish here now, it is Saw 5. I really enjoy Saw 5. I think it has some really cool traps in it. I love these like group of selfish people that get stuck in this game, and they don't realize that they have to work together to like actually make it, because all 5 of them could have made it. The twist isn't the best twist, but I mean the 5th film, the twists kind of get diluted some, and you know, they can't always be like you know, the first few. Anyway, yeah, I just really like this film. I think it's definitely the best of the Hoffman Jigsaw films. Yeah, it's just a really cool film. Great cool scenes in it. And at number 2, we got Saw 3. Now, this is like definitely like this is the end of the main Kramer Jigsaw films, and though he appears in every film, but this is the film he dies in, I guess, which I hopefully didn't spoil that, but I guess it's not much of a spoiler. This movie's been out for a long time, okay? You know, this film has a really good story, has a really good game, like this, you know, guy who's just kind of like, he lost his son, but he hasn't really coped with it properly. So like, Jigsaw's trying to, you know, make him cope, and also Amanda also is set up like a game, and that plays out pretty well too. And I think it's just a really good film. And number 1, and my favorite Saw movie, which I don't think most people agree on that this is the best Saw movie, but this is my favorite. It's Saw 2. Like the 5th one, this has a group of people that have to work together to beat this game. And I like that concept of, like, you know, just a group getting together, get some teamwork going, actually think about things, but the personalities in that room are just not like that. And you're watching the film, you're thinking, come on, guys, use your brains. There's usually like one person who, well, in this movie, there are people that kind of realize that, hey, we have to work together. But there's this one crazy guy who's just like, no, we gotta work separately because I'm gonna live. Screw you guys, you know? When if they just work together, all could have made it. And this has some of my favorite traps or things, you know. still to this day, a pretty cringing scene is still when Amanda gets thrown into that pit of needles. Cause that's just kind of like, oh my gosh, yeah, just so many good things about this film. This is actually my favorite twist in the entire series. And I think this is also the best written film with like this kind of like what's his name, Donnie Wahlberg's character. I forgot his name now. He's also a part of Jigsaw's game. He doesn't realize it exactly, and he has this mentality of this like, really like, I guess, forceful cop that, it's just good. Anyway, that is my top 7. The Saw franchise has probably been the most successful and in my opinion, the best mainstream horror franchise in a long while. And it also kind of coined the like the genre term of torture porn, and that's really helped out horror too. Some people don't like it. I like it, and hopefully we'll get a 8th film. That's still in talks. Anyway, in case I don't see you guys, I will say Happy Halloween to everyone, and have a safe day.